Recently I've been doing a bit of traveling, and while I'm enjoying it so much, this also gave me the opportunity to test out some new devices like the ROG Ally while I'm on the go. To be honest, I haven't really had enough time to sit at home and put this to a proper test, and I am working on a video about this, but in this video I want to talk about my experience with the ROG Ally while traveling. So today we are traveling to Paris, where we were invited for a new product release, and I'm really excited as I've never done this before. And considering this is for one night only, I will only take my backpack and the ROG Ally will come with me as well. Once we're in flight, time to take out the Ally and do some proper gaming. First thing that I need to mention, being a tad bit smaller than the Steam Deck, I do find it easier to take this in my backpack. And starting off with the first game, we already have an issue. This isn't an ROG Ally thing, but Red Dead Redemption 2 simply doesn't work offline. There are workarounds, and the easiest thing to do is to start the game while online, but I didn't consider this before my flight, so I guess we'll just have to skip this game for now. Then I tried Forza Horizon 5, and this game is a hit and miss for me on the Ally. Sometimes it just doesn't want to open at all, or it will just load after more than 5 minutes. But when it does work, the game runs smoothly and it's a really good experience. I just wish the loading of this game would be faster than this. And of course I had to try out some FIFA as well. Keep in mind that both FIFA and Forza 5 are part of Game Pass, and as you can see they both work offline without any issues. For me, FIFA is one of those games where I just lose myself while playing. Even though now it's mostly a play with friends type of game, while flying time just passes quicker for me. I did have several other games installed already on the Ally, like the Assassin's Creed 2, which is still one of my favorite games in the series, and I've tried most of them while in the plane, but I did have to check constantly for the battery life. The trip from Bucharest to Paris is a bit less than 3 hours, and the battery life will not be enough for the entire trip, but I did manage to get around 1 hour and 45 minutes without playing with the settings. So far I just wanted to check the battery life right out of the box. Keep in mind that this was played on performance mode for the whole time. Now that we arrived in Paris, I decided to go directly to some game stores as the event is a bit later that night and my next day flight would be quite early. Paris is full of gaming stores and manga stores as well, and you can find so many cool things, but I gotta be honest that the prices are not the best. For example, just 2 weeks ago I bought a complete in-box PlayStation TV in Milan for €50. And here I was able to find them for around €140. And even though I wanted to walk away with a Game Boy Pocket or a Game & Watch, as these are missing from my collection, the only thing that I got were 2 games for PS Vita. I got Little Big Planet for me and a friend for €20 each. It was then time to go to the hotel and prepare for the event. The hotel was about 20 minutes walking distance to the Eiffel Tower, where the event was also taking place. But before that I had to build my hotel setup around the ROG Ally. For this trip I brought with me an USB-C docking station from Kiwi Home. I like this dock because of its sleek design, but it's also the possibility of switching input between the console and the TV or monitor. Then I hooked it up with a charging brick from Ugreen, and using a mouse and keyboard the setup was all done. And I gotta say that this looks pretty good and it's really easy to set up. It's not necessarily a new thing, but being able to bring with you a full-fledged Windows PC is just game-changing for me. I can use this for content watching like YouTube or Netflix, but can also do a bit of work if I need to. It may not be for everyone. Even for content watching, for most a smartphone or a tablet, it's more than enough. But I'm the type of guy who likes to overthink things, and I want to take advantage of this portable PC. Because in the end, that's what the ROG Ally is. I will touch on this point a lot more in my video comparison with the Steam Deck, but I do want to point out that for me, the Steam Deck is more of a console, while the ROG Ally is more of a PC first type of device. A bit later, it was time to go to the event, and this was for a new company called Bigland, which is made by the same guys from Pitaka, the phone accessory company that you probably already heard of. They were launching a brand new suitcase, and it was a really nice experience for me. Being able to interact with a lot of new people, or some that I already knew but never met in the real life, I'm really happy that I had this opportunity. But of course I couldn't miss the opportunity of taking the ROG Ally with me and showing it off to people. Still being a new product, there are people who know about it but haven't got the chance of seeing it in real life. I have to say that having this opportunity to travel to Paris, it gave me the chance to test out the ROG Ally better and see its limitation but also its strengths. I did have a similar experience with the Steam Deck when it first came out. Testing a new device at home with any tool that you may need at hand, I found that I may be missing key aspects. Being away with a new device in your hand gave me the opportunity to really test this and see where it can get frustrating. The battery life is one of the most challenging aspects for the Ally, and while it's absolutely noticeable, at home I always just plug it in a charger whenever I see it dropping. While on the go, I need to monitor the battery life a lot better and make sure I'm not taking the device to an absolute 0%, as I may need it a bit later before I reach a power outlet. There are also things like games that are not working offline. I simply didn't even think of trying this out. At home the Wi-Fi is always on and may not even realize how many things require it. Or maybe even a quick update that the console or a game needs. These kind of things just run in the background and most of the time you will not even notice it. But it also made me appreciate the device even more. Again, this may not be for everyone, but being able to have a full-fledged PC with me is a game changer. At home, I already have several devices that I can even use for the easiest things like casual browsing. But while on the go, the ROG Ally can be that device that does it all. I do realize that taking a laptop with you is even easier, but I'm rarely taking one with me. But I always take a gaming console with me, and the ROG Ally just made the top of the list just because of this functionality. I want to thank you for hearing me rambling about gaming once more. I enjoy making this type of videos and I really hope you enjoy watching them as well. I have so many new videos planned for you about the ROG Ally and not only. I am currently working on my full collection of Sony PlayStation handheld consoles video, so please consider subscribing so you won't miss out. Or if you could hit that like button for me, it does help out the channel quite a lot. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, this is the Tech Arrival and I will catch you in the next one.